The Legend of Joan of Arc, the Maid of Orléans. In 1429, during the Hundred Years' War between France and England, France was on the verge of defeat. The English had seized large parts of French territory, and the morale of the French troops was at an all-time low. In the midst of this chaos, a young woman emerged whose story would become legendary: Joan of Arc. Joan was a simple peasant girl from the small village of Domremy in northeastern France. She was neither noble nor educated, but she claimed to have divine visions. Joan believed that God had chosen her to save France and help crown the rightful king, Charles VII. Despite her young age and humble background, Joan managed to secure an audience with Charles VII. She convinced him that she was sent by God to lead France in battle against the English. Many were skeptical, but Charles, seeing her passion and conviction, granted her permission to lead an army. Under Joan's leadership, the French forces marched to the besieged city of Orléans. Though she had no formal military training, Joan inspired the soldiers and led them to a decisive victory over the English. Within days, the siege of Orléans was lifted, and Joan became a national hero. Her influence extended beyond the battlefield. Joan led Charles VII to Reims, where he was crowned king, just as she had prophesied. She had turned the tide of the war and become a symbol of French resistance. However, Joan's success also made her a target. In 1430, she was captured by Burgundian troops, allies of the English. She was taken to Rouen and put on trial for heresy and witchcraft. Despite her unwavering claim that she had acted under divine guidance, Joan was convicted, and on May 30th, 1431, she was burned at the stake. She was just 19 years old. After her death, Joan of Arc became a martyr and a national icon for France. Years later, in 1456, her trial was revisited and she was posthumously exonerated. In 1920, she was canonized by the Catholic Church. Joan's story remains a symbol of courage, conviction, and unwavering faith in a higher calling. The peasant girl who changed the fate of a nation is remembered as one of the most fascinating figures in history.